Very good morning to all of you and welcome for the discussion. My friends, we got 2-day breaks in between and hope that you have studied, revised all those topics which you have discussed in geomorphology part, right? I am expecting that you also have attempted the questions, whatever previous year questions you had. So today, as per our schedule, we will go for some of the question answer discussion. My friends, if you have seen this year question paper, you got some question from whatever we have discussed also. I'll go for that, and I'm really happy to inform you all that from our classroom discussion even, entire geography related areas whatever I have covered, you can in Kolkata ATI also I have covered, like almost entire question answer is there in the classroom discussion itself, geography. So I think my friends from West Bengal must have done well, those who have written the mains this time. Let us look at some of the questions here. So we'll look at your question. I'll take your question with this, previous year question paper also. So let us see. First point regarding this year question paper. One question here that is like describe the characteristics and types of primary rock. Describe the characteristics and types of primary rocks. This is the question. If you remember, for prelim I said it is very important, but in the mains they have asked this time, you see rock type. You need to write answer on, in this particular case you have to write it in 150 words, 150 words you see, 150 words. For this 10 mark question, you see 150 words, 10 marks. Now you think about the importance of each sentences. Each words count here. So you please try for writing one answer on this. Now primary rock. Primary rock is which one? Igneous rock. Igneous rock is the primary rock. So the question is about the igneous rock. Let me remind you that just the main exam is going on now. Civil services main exam of this year is going on now. And this is the paper. अभी जो पेपर हुआ है, परसों जो हुआ है वही पेपर है ये. Just we have now the main exam is going on and we got these questions here. Okay. Describe the characteristics and types of primary rock. So what are the characteristics of the igneous rock? How they develop from volcanic eruption? There are two types, as you know. You have intrusive rock, extrusive rock. So you need to write about this based on the texture, how they are different, based on structure, how they are different. There are different forms of this rock also. Okay. In the GC Leong, which I told you, it is there. Try on framing some answer related with this. आप एक बार try करिए, you will able to get the things. If you look at the previous year question even, this is the this year question here. So you have to go for like igneous rock. What are igneous rock? How the igneous rock is formed because of volcanic eruption at the plate boundary plate, divergence plate, at the convergence plate you have, and these igneous rock, primary rock or fundamental rock or basement rock, I have already said, these rocks get modified subsequently into other type also, as you know, sedimentary and metamorphic rock. But there are two types of sedimentary, your igneous rock you have. Extrusive, if you remember, bar, that is basalt, andesite, rhyolite. Look at your copy, you will get it. Then you have intrusive rocks also, I said. Intrusive, what are those? Now DGP, gabbro, diorite, granodiorite, peridotite, gabbro, all these things are there like granite. These are in the southern, they are in the intrusive part. Extrusive and intrusive, two types of rocks I said, these are very important. Again you go for this, their behavior in terms of the texture of these rocks. The intrusive rocks takes much time, gradually it cool down. So you have coarse texture, but on the contrary extrusive have what type of structure they are? Fine texture you have. So, textural differences is there. Then as I said about based on the magma, it can be basaltic or basaltic rock, basalt. As I said about the another acidic lava, you have acidic lava also. So, acidic and basaltic lava, based on this you have different rocks, again igneous rocks you have based on the composition. So, these are the things we need to write, nothing else. 150 words mein likhna hai, I hope you will able to do that. Okay. So, we got this question as I just said, we have only covered this geomorphology part. So, we have this question here. This is something about this year question only. अभी का जो question हुआ उसी का मैं बोल रहा हूँ. This is also ocean current geographic. I have described their role in fishing industry. We have already in the another batch we have done. This is here. Mention the significance of strait and isthmus in international trade. In international trade, it is talking about. Yet today I am going to discuss certain things on this. In fact, the troposphere is a very significant atmospheric layer that determines weather process. How? This was a question here, this year itself. We will see that. We got question earlier. After today's discussion only we will able to do this. So, I will take care of this particular question also. We got few questions. Agar ek question geomorphology, from where we got this question, many times we are getting question on in geomorphology as I have just given this. We got question earlier. Earlier we got question from volcanism, earthquake and all. Pacific ring of fire, you got question. So, I will take care of few questions here. Now, let us see. If you have seen, this is previous year question bank I am having. In this, what do you understand by the theory of continental drift? Question is, what do you understand by what do you understand by the theory of continental drift? By the theory of continental drift. Theory of continental drift. Discuss the prominent evidence in support of drift. Discuss the prominent evidences in support of it. Evidence in support of it. In support of it. I assume that you have this booklet course module which we have given to you, page number 130, 131, 130 and 131 you have this question. You can see that. In this question, previous year question, what do you understand by the theory of continental drift? Discuss the prominent evidence in support of it. So, the question here is demanding what? Directly they are asking, what do you understand by the theory of continental drift? So, continental drift theory, what is that? We have to define under what circumstances it was developed. First, you have to define what is this concept. Okay, the concept given by whom? Alfred Wegener, right? About the dynamic earth surface. About the dynamic earth surface. According to this theory, the entire lithospheric block over the earth crust is divided into several independent blocks which are floating above the asthenosphere, called as plate. This the called as plate here. But Wegener said about what? Wegener talked about continent, drifting of the continent. According to Alfred Wegener, continental drift concept, what is there? The Sialic continental part is floating above the Sima, silica and magnesium rich molten material, and these continents are floating, and these continents are drifting in different directions. and because of this drifting there are different landform they are forming. Causes of drifting, again you will go for this here, again causes of drifting. What is that? Tidal force, I hope you remember, and you have tidal force and the earth rotation and the polar fleeing force. So these are the things you need to look at. Okay, so we will see how to frame the answer on this. Like we will go for the, you have written answer, you know. We got this answer from you. Thank you very much, so much of and you see this is the answer we got from your batch. Thank you very much, and it's evaluated copy, only one answers I got it. And let me tell you, I am having the best answers whatever you have written. आप लोगों में से जो सबसे बढ़िया रखा है उनमें से 10 best answer I have taken here. And I found there are certain things like, you know, our entire team were working under, you know, looking at each and every aspect, how we'll able to write the answer in a proper way. हमने देखा इसका एक एक करके. Some of you are not reading the answer question properly and writing the answer directly. आपको question समझ में नहीं आया है, direct answer लिख रहे हैं. Some of you are writing lot of things but using the jargonized word, very jargon word use कर रहे हो, कोई फायदा नहीं है. Very simplistic way you have to write the things. And always you remember the question answer should flow from the question instead of writing everything whatever you know. आपको whatever you have written, for an example I will give you a few answer here and I will take then the questions. Here is from Sayani Chakravarti, is from somewhere you know SNTC SSC here. What is written here? Give a detailed account on the physical conditions of Earth's interior in the light of seismic evidences. Okay, this is the question. So first thing is, you have written here introduction. You don't have to give the caption introduction, body of this, scientific context. You don't have to write all these things. Up सीधे direct you have to start with the what you call introduction. Mean you have to write it new paragraph only. No need of giving caption on this. Okay, nicely this presentation is very good. In the beginning part is very nice, but the problem was only with what it is one of the best answer I am saying. Content is good, but again there are in presentation part there are some problem. So you need to look at in that aspect. We have given feedback to you and I have sent it to you up to 12th. I think we have already send your evaluated up to 12th. Already you have sent all the evaluated copies with feedback. 13th and 14th of this month, 13, 14 whatever uploaded will be completed today. And one thing I found here in the answers which you have got, again second thing, sometimes you are not giving the diagrams or the materials whatever needed there. Diagram is 105 to 145 ये shadow zone ये दिया है, ठीक है. Here you have like somewhere you need to give shading properly, which is missing in some part. Presentation में है ये. In this one positive thing I got, she tried to correlate the, for this question demand क्या है? Give a detailed account on the physical condition of the earth interior in the light of seismic evidences. So she tried here on writing the behavior of the earthquake wave, then how they travel and how they refracted and how they are forming shadow zone. Based on this shadow zone, she tried to give like finally this different type of the zones which you have crossed mental and core, ये इनको correlate करके उसने लिखा है. Very positive and very nice. Crossed mental and core, and finally concluded the seismic wave not only indicate the tripartite structure of the earth interior but also gives us due to its composition, gives its information about the composition. This is what is written in one line, but okay, fit hai ye bhi. Demand, in some cases the question demand is not there and we have written. Some of you have exceeding the word limit. That is what is you need to look at. Another answer is from Subhojit Vishwas, North 24 Pargana. I really appreciate you, dear, whatever you have written. आपका जो I'll always appreciate your graphical presentation and these things here. See how beautifully, how beautifully he has prepared this. But don't take much time and don't consume much time on this. Whatever we have done in a very nice way, he has done all the maps and all. I hope all of you will do like this. See the map here, see the presentation here, so neat and clean and better one. पूरी तरह से बहुत अच्छा बनाया है उन्होंने. And I really like this presentation. And the content wise, if you'll see again, relevancy of this. देखो positive thing is, he has given a sequential way. Each and every points were waved in a sequential way with suitable diagrams, nearby diagrams, and the whatever required images, if required, flowchart required, he has given. And evidences mean evidence how it is, what is there. So ये question जो है, what do you understand by the theory of continental drift, which question I have given, discuss the prominent evidence in support of it in 100 words. ये 150 था, ये 100 words में किए हैं. So ये जो है ना, this answer is fit answer, you can say. The famous continental drift was postulated by Alfred Wegener 12 to explain the distribution of continents. So इसको और rewrite कर सकते हैं in a better way, in a powerful way than writing like this, like introduction should be, I mean, you need to be very powerful introduction here, write this one. So एक चाहिए हमें इस टाइप का, बाकी सब आपका सब सही है. मीन rest all part is really it is, I appreciate this, you have done well. So among the 10 best answer, these are 2. Another ones from someone, कुछ लोग का सबसे बेकार आंसर भी दिया हूँ. In fact, the best answer and also worst answer also I have taken. Another answer I got here, but it's completely dark, it is. So it is not. One answer from Tuhin Ghosh, I got it. So Jalpaiguri, from which Tuhin is here. Tuhin, you tried, and I feel it like, it is good. But there are a lot of things which is ambiguity, and one is you have to improve on your handwriting. Handwriting improvement is required, and see that the presentation is not that good like the earlier one. You need to practice this. आपको practice करना पड़ेगा. ये diagram जो भी दे रखे हो इतना अच्छा नहीं है, which is not properly, in fact, it is not properly visible even. And while you have given the diagram, half information you have given, like depth, density, while you are drawing the earth interior, depth, density, discontinuity, these things, because it is needed here, you need to give this. Give a detailed account on the physical condition of the earth's interior in the light of seismic evidences is the question. So I request you all to follow this pattern. आप थोड़ा ठीक से देखें और बनाइए, and questions answers should be written. Another one person here, very nice again. I also appreciate this answer. This is by Saurabh Bagchi from Malda. Saurabh and those who are my friends are here, is very nicely mentioned, like with the flow chart, earth interior, cross mantle and core, how innovatively he has done this, you see, with the heart, flow charts and all. So I really appreciate this, how he has taken cross section and correlating the things with the behavior of the earthquake wave, their path and all this with respect to composition and structure of the earth interior. So my friends, where I have given 4 pages जो बोला है आपने, नहीं 4 pages नहीं, it is 100 words, it is not a 4 page. This is, you see the word limit, I have counted also word limit, don't think that this is 4 pages. 4 pages जो है वो 250 words में है. 250 words, that is a different one. Word wise, some of you have written 250 words, some of you 150, some of you have given 100 words. So based on that we have given this. Okay. It is not all of 150 words each. Okay. The questions here is of 100 words, 150, 250 words. So based on that basis you have. Same question can be asked in 250 or 150 words or 100 words also. So that is what best answer in terms of content, best answer in terms of our three things I have taken up. Best answer in terms of the content, presentation, and also overall the holistic approach. If you look at that, if you look at the overall, I am not getting a single answer which is the best. Okay, ऐसे मुझे अभी तक नहीं मिला, इसलिए I am giving this one. Again you have to write based on the feedback, and as I told you, I need 100 or 100 nearly answer from all of you, so that the best answer which I am going to give. Now, best answer will upload, it is not of that standard that now we will upload it, we need some more. So, based on the feedback, you please do write, then we will upload the things, the best one will be uploaded. I have few answers from the face-to-face classes where you have like some model, some evaluated paper I will give you of particularly geography. Okay, I will give you few answers which are good answer, but not now because I am not happy with most of the answers, or some of them are exceeding word limit, some of them are from the answers they are not focused properly. So, we have just to show you, to give you some feedback, I have given this particular thing, but yes, I appreciate your positive things on this. Out of 10 answer मैंने जो देखा है 10 the best है, content rich, presentation rich, and overall if you will see, that's why the best answer here got only 4.5 marks out of 12. 12 से 4.5 है. This is the highest here I got it. Okay. So, these are certain things. Let us look at now question again, the questions which you have. I mean, why I have given this, I want all of you to write. आप सभी लोग लिखे, ये जितना भी लिखा है ना, still we haven't got 100% answer. We want, it is of only one answer, one question answer is this one. Okay, एक ही question का answer है ये जो केवल only of the tripartite structures of the earth interior. But I took here another continental drift related and all, there we have segregated differently. So, I want all of you to write at least every day one answer. You try on writing this and send to us, we will evaluate it. See, you are giving our best, and within a couple of days it will be, everything will be cleared. Let us see now in geomorphology topic which are very important for you. For prelim I have already said, for the mains also I have already given the questions which I have given, please do write that. One area, that is plate tectonics and mountain building, plate tectonics and volcanism, plate tectonics, and another one is you have your earthquake belt, volcanism, earthquake, mountain building. These three with the plate tectonics is very important, you need to see that. Okay. And the earth interior is another one, rock type another one. So, I hope you will able to write this. So, here is a questions on volcanic islands in the Indonesian Philippines archipelago region. This is because of convergence of the plates, plate tectonics and island arc. Can you please write this answer? I request you all to write the answer of the Indonesian and Philippines archipelago, and try to see in this case particularly oceanic or oceanic continental plate, what are the major landform or relief features evolve gradually, that we need to look at. Okay. I will be in fact, even if after completion of the other part, we will look at this geomorphology and all. So, keep on writing, give it to us, whatever questions you are having. At due time, at correct time, in fact, we will give you the answer, upload the answer based on the best one or two answer at least of each topic we will do. So, we will give you. Okay. So, hope that it will be beneficial for you all definitely to compare. I have few answers as I said, based on their content, not based on the marks only, content and presentation, as well as if you look at the overall presentation, not very good, that is why you got very less mark. Out of 12 you see not even 50%, most of you have got less than 50%. Yeah, you have to rewrite the evaluated answer and give this, rewrite it, rewrite and give it to us. I'll take up all your questions, whatever is there, like at the question answer session. Tamil Nadu coast or immerse coast, so the near seashore is shallow. How it is? We Tamil Nadu coast in physical part we will see of India. This is here shallow sea regions, because these regions, the continental upwarping or downwarping of a continent, or upward movement or downward movement of a continent, the entire block it will move up or down here. If there is a plate only, it will break and it will have like vertical rise or fall. If there is a fault line, if there is no fault line, the entire area platform will go up. Is it necessary to draw diagram for all answer of geography? No, not necessary. If demand is there, then only you have to write it. How does Juno mission of NASA help in understanding the origin and evolution of the Earth? This was a question, a Juno missions related things which you haven't covered. In fact, this is a part of at that time contemporary theme related themes, like how the NASA's mission about the Earth, photography of the Earth or whatever is there, origin of the evolution of the Earth, where Juno missions gradually it is a part of science and tech. We will have this, like about the Juno mission, and another one we have like one area on the dipole related things of climate. Two things we'll look at, we'll discuss later on about the origin of the Earth, origin of the universe, origin of the Earth magnetic field related things. Okay, there are few topics with the contemporary theme, whatever important we will see. It was important at that time, now it is not that. So we will look at this. Ye question ka answer bhi I'll give you later on. Another one questions I got here from, yes, it will be very helpful if best answers are updated in the portal. Yeah, we will do that. Fine, these are certain things. I just tried to give you some idea about the recent question pattern. There are 4 or 5 questions. Let us see now. फटाफट देखते हैं questions का. One is, why are the world's fold mountain system located along the margins of continents? Bring out the association between global distribution of fold mountains and the earthquake and volcanoes. 131 page number, and you have explained the formation of thousands of islands in Indonesia and Philippines archipelago. These 2 questions of page number 131 which is given in your booklet, you can see, and some of you have written answer also on this one. So questions first I will go for this one. Why are the world's fold mountain system located along the margins of continents? Bring out the association between, bring out the association between the global distribution of fold mountains and the earthquakes and volcano. Earthquakes and volcano. This question was asked in 2014. (150 words you have to write). 150 watts. The question, demand of this question is, why are the wall fold mountain systems are located along the margins of the continent? Now, why are the wall fold mountain system located along the margins of the continent? This is the first part. Bring out the association between the global distribution of fold mountains and the earthquake and volcano. Three things are there. So the distribution itself, global distribution of fold mountain itself is saying that they are at the margins. So question though, I mean you have to stress more on at the margins, the distribution of first the distribution of the fold mountain. Then the earthquake and volcano also region also you have to see. This is a very huge, in fact lot of information you have. So you need to know what are the most important, prioritize the points and you have to write. First of all, you need to explain what is a fold mountain. Crustal deformation and orogenic activities are continuous phenomena over the earth's surface. The fold mountains are developed due to the convergence of continental and oceanic plates. It is observed that the distribution of fold mountains over the earth's surface is in a definite pattern. The Andes, Rockies fold mountain at the north, South and North American western margin or margins, the Atlas at the African margins, shows the closer affinity or the distribution of Andes, Rocky, Atlas and Alps mountain shows the affinity of its location with respect to coastal margin. All these mountains are also related with what? They are located at the plate margin. Consequently, these are by coincidence, if you look at, they are also the plate margins. You see, why are the world fold mountains located along the margins of the continent? Mean margins of the continental plate it is. Mostly at the margin of a continental plate. So you have to link up the distribution with the plate tectonics where convergence of continental and oceanic plate, continental and continental plate, and give example of this one evolution. Then another one, this is what the four distinct regions you have to mention. I said about the Andes of South America, Rockies of North America, Atlas of Africa, Alps of Europe. You can give these four. Okay. Then again bring out the association between global distribution of fold mountain and the earthquake and volcanoes. Global distribution of fold mountains. So you have to say now about all the major mountain belts, which includes even the Himalaya, the Himalayan system, the Ural mountain, the Appalachian, the Aravallis. All these are fold mountain, but they are old fold mountain. Now you have to associate with these are the folded zones where you have now also the active plate movement is going on, due to which, due to the active movement of the plate, what is going on? Because of earthquake, surface earthquake, median focus or a deep focus earthquake, they are very prominent in these regions because of this. Now volcanic eruption, volcanic belt आप देखो कहाँ, where you will get the volcanic belt, the same mid Atlantic belt where you have a ridge, mid Atlantic belt, Pacific circum-Pacific belt where you have the Pacific ring of fire. Majority of the active volcanoes are there. In the South American coast, in the North American coast, at the convergence between the Pacific and the American plate, or Nazca and the American plate, we have formation of this fold mountain and volcanic eruption is there. both. Association you have to show. Now coming to the earthquake belt. Earthquake belt में क्या है? First is the circum-Pacific belt, second is mid-Atlantic belt, third one is mid-continental belt. All these are related with what? Convergence of the plates or divergence of the plate, convergence of the plate, and this is related with the development of fold mountains. So you have to link these three things here. You have to write this. So आपको यहाँ पे it an integrated approach is needed to give answer to this type of question. The second half we need to, in this particular question, second half we have to integrate the thing, first half we have to explain. So we have to do in this way. See, whether your conclusion and your introduction is necessary, see that these are prelude and conclusion is needed. It will give sense of completeness, that's why we need. But in science sometimes there is no need of conclusion even, it is understood with this. So question का demand को देखते हुए करना पड़ेगा. In majority questions demand is like a conclusion. Okay, so you need to show this. What kind of conclusion should be given for direct question, like most of the earthquake volcanoes are around Pacific Ring of Fire? Why so? Okay, most of the earthquake volcanoes are Pacific Ring of Fire. You can write down here, like yes, conclusion is needed here. Direct question में क्या लिखना है? What you need to write? Like most of the earthquake volcanoes are around the Pacific Ring of Fire. The release of the stressed energy, or you can say like the earthquake and volcanism are a part of endogenetic processes reflected over the earth's surface. Okay, the plate tectonics, in this case it is most of the earthquake and volcanoes are Pacific Ring of Fire, it is given. The plate tectonics theory reveals the fact that there is a close association between the volcanic eruption and the earthquake at the plate margins. The Pacific Ring of Fire, with convergence of the plate in its eastern part, divergence at the middle part, and convergence toward the western part, both sides, because at middle that divergence leads to a host of different volcanic features, dome and coal volcanoes, or acidic and basaltic lava volcanoes throughout its periphery, which is further associated with earthquake. So likewise you have to give this ending point in this way. आप ये जो है ना abrupt हो गया यहाँ पे, you need to write like this is a continuous process since the evolution of the earth crust. So we have like write like this type of things. So sir, should we also mention the fold mountain along the ancient plate margins? Yeah, that is needed, and you have to write there are plates earlier if needed. In the conclusion part you can give one line on this because it will give a sense of completeness. Great Dividing Range is not a fold mountain. Okay, Appalachian we can give. So as you have given the question. Anyway, these are certain things I was supposed to tell you. Look at now, we will move on to one more point. Is about answer writing. While you are going for this answer writing, always try the answer should flow from the question. The answer should always flow from the question. Question से होना चाहिए. Read the questions repeatedly, then you try to attempt the things based on the demand of the question rather than writing whatever you know. These are certain things I just tried to give you some idea about this, and I I will tell one more thing on this, that more you write, more confidence you will have, and every day start writing one answer for the mains, and also simultaneously prepare for the preliminary exam. By objective test, we need to see this. Objective test, you need to look at. Okay, so these are certain things. So बेस्ट आंसर यू विल गेट दैट. बेस्ट आंसर जो ज्योग्राफी का है मैं आपको भेजूंगा, वो थोड़ा सा और टाइम दीजिए मेरे को. वॉट एवर आई गॉट येट आई एम नॉट सेटिस्फाइड विद दिस. So individually I am mentioning those students, those whose answer bit of information if we'll give, and we'll see like, okay, you rewrite the these. So we are saying them for rewriting the things, so we'll upload the best ever answer here. Thank you very much. So these are certain things for now. Let me now start a new topic from geomorphology preliminary. Whatever topics I have studied or we have discussed, please do revise, and for the mains also do it as I have said today. And we will continue on discussion. We will continue. It's not like one day only. An answer, well, I'll get good answer, I'll upload that, I will give it, and we will have a discussion. Thank you very much. So let's now move on to today's topic here. Today I'll go for the topics on climatology. Okay, I told you earlier, climatology is another part of physical geography. In this part, we are going to discuss about the scientific aspect of our atmosphere. You know that the envelope of air present above the earth crust, above the earth's crust, the hydrosphere and lithosphere. Hydrosphere, lithosphere and biosphere is called as, the atmosphere. The envelope of air present above the earth crust, which are bounded with respect to earth's gravitational attraction, gravitational field. Now this is known as the atmosphere. Scientific study about this different climatic phenomena, climatology, as you know, and scientific study about these atmosphere, different atmospheric phenomena is called as, what is that? Meteorology. Okay. So from meteorology to climatology, these are the things here. Let us look at here. What are the topics on this? First topic which I am going to discuss is about the structure and composition of the Earth's atmosphere. Structure and composition of the Earth's atmosphere. In this topic, I will discuss about structure and composition of the Earth atmosphere. What we will discuss about this one here, how the atmosphere was formed, what are the composition of the atmosphere, which gases or whatever is there, कैसे बना है and क्या है इस पे, and how they are stratified, what is the role of this atmosphere on different weather and climatic phenomena. All those things we are going to discuss here from today. So to know about the structure and composition of the Earth atmosphere, we need to know about the evolution of the Earth atmosphere, Earth atmosphere also. So the present atmosphere is an outcome of gradual evolution of the earth and formation of the solid earth of the solid earth's crust. I told you earlier about evolution of the earth. The present atmosphere, okay, present atmosphere is an outcome of gradual evolution of the earth and the formation of the solid earth crust. Due to which phenomena? Crust due to cooling and degassing phenomena. Cooling and degassing phenomena. You remember this? Cooling and degassing. I told you that the present earth is evolved out of molten material. They cool down, and because of cooling of this, gradually it sink. Sinking of this leads to trapping of gases inside, hot material inside, and it got solidified and it sink. And this leads to compression. And during this phase, there are large scale, release of gases and all these known as the degassing phenomena. I told you earlier in the geomorphology class, first class itself. Due to this particular evolution of the earth, at that time cooling and degassing phenomena was there. So release of these gases leads to subsequently the denser gases, they got accreted or they got accumulated in the lower atmosphere and lighter one towards the periphery. देखो क्या होता है यहाँ पे, you can see these things, what happened here. Our earth got cooled down, and during this phenomena we have degassing. Gaseous material moved out. Gaseous material from here moved out. Gaseous material moved out, and subsequently what happened here? You have only solid earth, we got it inside. And this is here is like this one got solidified and the crust was formed. This is the crust of the earth was formed. Inside you have gaseous material, gaseous and molten material. I told you about these things earlier. Here you have gaseous and molten material, molten materials. Gaseous and molten materials are there, and you have like gradually it squeeze, and you have degassing phenomena. Degassing phenomena is through what? कैसे हुआ? While you are cooling any of the material, आप कुछ भी चीज को अगर ठंडा करते हो तो gaseous material come out. Steam जो है, while you are cooling boiling water, steam आता है ना बाहर. Likewise, release of the heat takes place. So during this particular phenomena, because of gradual cooling and squeezing of the earth, there is no uniform squeezing of this, so cracks develop in between. There is volcanic eruption. This is called as degassing phenomena. So during this particular time, there are a lot of volcanic eruption also there. I said there are volcanic eruption also. Because of this, you have lot of volcanic eruption also. Okay. Lot of volcanic eruption also you will have. You have this in this particular part. Volcanic eruption is there. This volcanic eruption leads to volcanic eruption. So, we have volcanism and release of different gases. These gases got trapped in the atmosphere based on their density. The denser material they got accreted at the center and lighter one toward the periphery. Okay. So, all the denser gases we got it in the lower part of the atmosphere and the lighter one in the upper part of the atmosphere. So, as I just said, the present atmosphere is an outcome of gradual evolution of the earth and the formation of the solid earth crust due to the cooling and degassing phenomena. Cooling ठंडा हुआ तो रिलीज करता है हीट एनर्जी को, और डिगेसिंग फेनोमेना रिलीज ऑफ द गैसेस फ्रॉम द अर्थ इंटीरियर in the form of volcanism and other things. Degassing phenomena is there. So, gaseous material while it got released, they got now subsequently deposited and they form the primary constituents of the atmosphere. So, the primary composition of the atmosphere, you can say, of the atmosphere is different gases released from the Earth's interior, from the Earth's interior. अर्थ इंटीरियर से जो गैसेस आ गया बाहर, दे वर द प्राइमरी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट्स. Composition, whatever, if you look at constituents of this is this one. Now, what are the gases we got it finally? Composition wise, if you look at what are the gases we got it? We got nitrogen, we got oxygen, you know it, we got argon, carbon dioxide. These gases we got, carbon dioxide we got neon, we got helium, etc. So, nitrogen, if you look at this nitrogen, अगर नाइट्रोजन को देखा जाए कितना नाइट्रोजन है, by volume 78.08%, percentage by volume, and you have gases, and nitrogen is around 78.08%, nitrogen. Okay. Oxygen, O2 it is, oxygen is nearly 20.94%, 20.94%. Argon 0.93%. Carbon dioxide is 0.03%. Neon 0.0018. Helium nearly 0.00005, 4 times 05. So, these are here, like, you know, we have also ozone, O3 होगा ozone. Ozone you will get, ozone also, and ozone is nearly 0.00006, these are here. So, these are some of the gases which you will get in this atmosphere. As I said, most fundamental, most important, of course, nitrogen. Here it is. Oxygen is 20.94% only. So, our atmosphere, these gases are there, they are got arranged on the basis of their density. On the basis of their density, they got arranged into different layers also subsequently. If we will see, there are different type of material present in our atmosphere, present atmosphere. So, we will see what are those and how it is, to what extent they are important for us. Okay. Nitrogen, oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide, neon, helium and ozone. These are the most important gases. So, our atmosphere has different things. So, please note down, our atmosphere comprises different types of gases, dust particles, aerosols, moisture, aerosols and moisture, etc. Aerosols and moisture, etc. Okay. So, these things you usually get here. Different gases, I told you what are the gases here. You have also dust particles, aerosols and moisture, I said. So, let us see now, I told you about the different gases here. All these things, they play a very important role. All these gases and all dust particles and all these things, they play a very important role. They play a very important role in the atmospheric temperature. Okay, maintaining the temperature of the atmosphere. Let us see now how and what are those things here, how they are related. See, while the sun rays is coming from the sun, it is coming to the atmosphere, through the atmosphere. It passes through the atmosphere. While the rays which is coming is known as short wave insolation. It strikes over the surface of the earth and again goes back as a long wave terrestrial radiation. So, insolation, incoming solar radiation in short wave, outgoing terrestrial radiation is in long wave. And our atmosphere got heated up by the long wave terrestrial radiation. Our atmosphere got heated up by long wave terrestrial radiation. I hope you know about this. Now, this atmospheric composition plays an important role on the distribution of temperature, that is why. The atmospheric composition plays an important role on the distribution of temperature, on the different climatic and weather phenomena over the earth atmosphere. Let us see now how it is and what are those. I told you only about the gases. Different gases is there. These gases, their ratio, if it will change, it will have tremendous impact on our entire atmosphere, entire earth surface itself. If there is a slight increase or decrease in these gases, catastrophic impact you have. Like for an example, you are having carbon dioxide. थोड़ा सा अगर चेंजेस होता है तो क्या इसका इम्पैक्ट है आपको पता है इन ग्लोबल वार्मिंग एंड ऑल. If there is a change in the concentration or the composition of this balanced atmosphere with respect to it, there is more and more oxygen, will increase. or nitrogen will increase, it will have also impact on the entire system. So, आपको जितने भी है ये इस पे gradually you will have like this type of gases, they play a very important role on regulating the temperature. देखो ozone layer है, the ozone wherever is there, O3 ozone is, the sun rays is coming there, ultraviolet rays are get filtered here, ultraviolet rays get filtered, UV rays filtration होके आ जाएगा नीचे. Okay, so harmful UV rays and all they got trapped here by ozone. So it is very, very important, that's why. Okay, let us see now about this. इसके बारे में फिर again देखते हैं फिर what is there and what exactly different things we'll see. In the structure of the atmosphere, I'll go for now another point here. Dust particles. I said about dust particle, gases, dust particle, aerosol, moisture. These are I told you. Dust particles plays a very important role on what aspect? Dust particles held in under suspension, you can say, held in suspension in the lower layer of the atmosphere. In the lower layer of the atmosphere, you will get this on suspension, these dust particles. The dust particles, they act like an hygroscopic nucleus in sometimes, that's like, in the temperature gradually changes with respect to height. आप surface से ऊपर जितना जाएंगे, gradually temperature घटता जाता है up to tropopause. What is that? I'll let you know. You must have experienced the things like hill station, temperature is less in the hill station. With increasing height there is low temperature here. Why it is? Hill station क्यों होता है? With increasing height there is a decrease in temperature called as lapse rate. That is what we are going to discuss today also. Okay. So this lapse rate plays a very important role on freezing or cooling or bringing condensation on the rising air. जैसे हवा ऊपर जाती है, कोई dust particle with the vapor, water vapor, they got cooled down gradually because of decrease in the temperature, and they are responsible for that's why gradually development of cloud, there is development of for different type of precipitation etc. So ये जो है ना dust particles अगर ज़्यादा है कहीं पे, if somewhere you have more dust particle, then you have also different, sun rays cannot come directly and it can obstruct the sun rays, cooling effect is possible, and in some cases if they will like there is a process known as hygroscopic nuclei formation, they absorb the temperature. When there is like in case of insolation I am saying, dust particle generally regulate the atmospheric temperature in this way. Aerosols, they are also responsible. What are aerosols? Aerosols, finer as you know, while you are spraying, aerosols are greatest pollutant now, even in our atmosphere. Your body deodorant or whatever you are using, there is a very important aspect of this. They also control temperature. How and why we will see. Moisture in the atmosphere also gradually with respect to height there is decrease in the moisture, and there are lot of phenomena related with this. Moisture क्या होता है आपको पता है कि it traps the temperature and it plays an important role as a greenhouse gas also, including aerosol. They are greenhouse gases also. They increase the temperature of a particular regions. Anyway, they are like they influence it. How and why? In terms of, I'll explain in terms of your cloud formation, precipitation, and cyclogenesis. We will discuss about this, their role on this. Now, I am saying that these are the components which are found in our atmosphere, and they are responsible for different type of atmospheric phenomena. Some of you are asking, the atmospheric material decreases, that's why temperature decreases. I'll let you know, just wait. I haven't started yet about any of the discussion. I am saying only the name of the component whatever you are having. In detail while we will go, we will look at each and every component also and each and everything. So, to know about this, we need to divide the earth atmosphere into different zones known as stratification of the atmosphere. With the composition, we will go for stratification also. Atmospheric stratification. Okay. Please now note down here. Our atmosphere is not uniform. It has distinct zones. It has distinct zones. Based on we can say composition of the atmosphere, their weight of different elements and all. So, there are different layers here in our atmosphere. You have different zones or different layers. We will look at that. Our atmosphere is not uniform, it has distinct zones. Okay. Based on the atmospheric composition, thermal behavior and properties the atmosphere is divided into following distinct zones. Again I am saying our atmosphere is not uniform, it has distinct zones. Based on the atmospheric composition, thermal behavior and properties, the atmosphere is divided into following distinct layers or zones. What are those? Let us see. Look at here. If this is the earth surface here, we have a layer here, troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere and exosphere. Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere and exosphere. Again I am saying from the earth surface our atmosphere is not uniform, it has stratified different zones you are having. We believe that there is a zones of troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere and exosphere. Okay. Troposphere from the earth's surface up to 8 to 18 kilometer height. Troposphere thickness is 8 to 18 kilometer. Okay. Beyond the troposphere, you have the stratosphere, stratified atmosphere it is. Beyond this, you have stratified atmosphere known as stratosphere. Hundred kilometer. This is the height, 0 to 18 kilometer troposphere, up to 50-60 kilometer it is stratosphere, tropo, strato, meso, iono, exo. In some book it is given in a different way. In some of the book it is given instead of the ozonosphere, ozone layer also there in between and so many things it is given. But generally you will find out the stratosphere is like this: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, exosphere. So we have like this type of zones you have from the earth surface up to up. If you will go, you will find out this different zones you will find out based on this. Let us look at this layer again, troposphere. Troposphere, as you said, troposphere is the lowermost part of the atmosphere. The troposphere is separated from the other part by a tropopause. This is tropopause. This is called a tropopause. Mesopause. The upper layer of troposphere is tropopause. Let us see now what is there in troposphere. क्या है troposphere में? I will come to the magnetosphere, ionosphere. You have there what you call thermosphere, etc. We will see. पहले ये डिस्कस करते हैं troposphere. Pause means stop. There are transitional zone between troposphere and stratosphere is tropopause. Between stratosphere and mesosphere is stratopause. Between meso and iono is mesopause. So these are different zones. We have transitional zone from one to other part. You have transitional zone. These are all. These are transitional zone. Can you just draw this? See this. I said this troposphere data, okay, fine. Here 88 to 18 kilometer I have given. First one 8 to 18 kilometer from the surface. This will vary, troposphere. So one by one we will discuss. Let us see now. First troposphere, लिखो इस पे troposphere. If you are unable to see that one, or if you have any problem, we will again discuss each of them. I will tell you the extent also. Note down here, troposphere. It is the zone of mixing of different gases TROPOS, tropos mean mixing. Zone of mixing of different gases located at the lowest layer of the atmosphere. Located at the lowest layer of the atmosphere. Its height varies from 8 kilometer at the poles, 8 kilometer at the poles to 18 kilometer at the equator. Eight to 18 kilometer variation is there. There is a variation from 8 to 18 kilometer. There is a variation from 8 to 18 kilometer. Again I am saying, it is the zone of mixing of different gases, troposphere mixing, located at the lowest layer of the atmosphere. Its height varies from 8 kilometer at the poles to 18 kilometer at the equator. So if I will draw this in this way, we will see this is the earth surface here. I said what we have done. If I will go for the polar area as this, then only this is the case. I have to rotate it. Rotation is not possible. Okay, let us rectify it because it cannot rotate. If this is North Pole, South Pole and North Pole, here is the equator. Let us do it in this way, 18 kilometer here at the equator, 18 kilometer at the equator and 8 kilometer at the poles you have this. So, I said at the equator the height is more here. Why the height is more at the equator? Why the height is less at this part? What is the cause? This is the tropopause. A tropopause hai. It is tropopause. So, I just trying to rotate the circle, but I didn't got it. Anyway, so please look at here. At the equatorial region, the height of this tropopause is 18 kilometer. At the pole, it is 8 kilometer. Why it is? Why there is a variation in this? Why there is a variation? Why we have a variation of this? मैंने कहा ये जो है ना, if this is the earth here, at the equator you have 18 kilometer, pole you have 8 kilometer. Why it is so? Can anyone tell me? Yes. If I'll take it in other way, इसको हम अलग वे में लेते हैं. देखिए आप, if this is the North Pole, South Pole, at the equator, zero degree equal to equator, 90 degree north, 90 degree south. Oh, I got lot of answer from you because of earth rotation, geoid shape, centrifugal force, because of the gravitational pull difference due to strong convectional current in equator. चलिए देखते हैं what is that. Thank you for your response. This is tropopause. This is the tropopause here. This is the troposphere here. Inside you have the troposphere. Troposphere is here. Tropopause in this. The variation is why? Why there is a variation in this? This is the question here. Why there is a variation? And you said that there is convectional, strong current, convectional current. Absolutely correct you are. First point is, because of high temperature in these regions, more convectional instability. What is that convectional instability? If I will go for in very layman sense, whenever you are boiling the water, you must have seen this. जब हम water को boil करते हैं तो क्या होता है? Whenever you are boiling the water, from lower part, bubbles they comes and bubbles they goes up and up, like then water will get circulated like this, rotate करता है ना. I told you about the convection current earlier also. So this way, from the equatorial zone, because of high temperature, the air became lighter, and this light air try to move upward. Vertically it will move upward because of convectional instability. Due to the convectional instability, it move upward vertically, and while it go up, there is, it will spread it. Why? In the upper part pressure is less. ऊपर हिस्से में प्रेशर कम होगा. Because of the less pressure, while the air goes up, ऊपर जाके वो क्या होगा? It will spread it up. So in this way, in fact, because of the strong convectional instability, here you have high temperature leads to strong convectional instability. Here you have high temperature. Temperature is very high. You got it? Equatorial region में temperature ज़्यादा होते हैं. The temperature is more at the equatorial region. I hope you know about this. Temperature is generally more at the equatorial region. This is the cause at the equatorial region you have more temperature here. So more temperature leads to what? Convectional instability. More convectional instability. More convectional instability mean upward rise in the air parcel. Upward rise in the air parcel here leads to low pressure condition here. ये पता है क्या आपको? How the low pressure develop here? Why the low pressure develop? Do you know? Do you know why low pressure develops over the equator? At the equatorial region, here temperature is very high. So because of convectional instability, I said air parcel move up. But the polar region, it is cold air, denser air, gravitational attraction is more, so it is sinking of the air. So here, very interestingly, air generally sink in this part. The air which move upward here, there, this air will move here, it will sink downward. Sinking of the air takes place here. Okay. Upward movement here, downward in this case, in case of your North Pole and South Pole, you have North Pole, this is South Pole, this is your equator, है ना? Equator, North Pole, South Pole and the equator. Sinking of the air will have more gravitational attraction, if you see, it is also more. So tropopause are inclined, height of the tropopause is more at the equator, and at the this is very less. Let us look at what else is very important. I hope it is clear to all of you. High pressure क्यों होता है? Temperature ज़्यादा हो तो low pressure कम हो तो high pressure क्यों होता है? Why the polar region has high pressure? Do you have any idea about the pressure? You don't have any idea, I think. So we will discuss about this high pressure and low pressure. You know how we measure the pressure of a particular region? हम pressure कैसे measure करते हैं? What is the criteria for this? In a layman sense, if I will go for this, because most of my friends are from arts background, बहुत लोग arts background and they don't have much idea about the pressure. While I will talk about the pressure, means the column of air above you and its weight. While I will say about the pressure, the column of air above me, whatever is there, their weight, whatever is there, this is you are getting over this head. So, this is where is the pressure of a region. Let us say another person is here is A, another person here it is B, B is here, A is there. In case of B, what happened? The particles are they are away from each other. If this case happen, particles are, this is warm air, let us say, warm air, this is cold air. Where you have the high pressure, tell me. Cold air और warm air दो तरह की air है. Where you have the high pressure among these two? High pressure कहाँ पे होंगे इन दोनों में? A और B? Cold air और warm air? My friend, those who are from arts background, please. Now I will tell you, because weight of this one, cold air are particles are closely spaced, weight is more. So here you have a high pressure condition. यहाँ पे high pressure condition होंगे, मगर ये क्या है, वजन कम रहेगा यहाँ. It is comparatively as compared to this one, as compared to A, B has low pressure. B has low pressure. Here high pressure, here you have low pressure. What is that pressure means again? The कितना वजन है, air which you are carrying, you know how it is the weight of this one. That's based on that we are saying. So cold air is here, warm air is here. Particles are closely spaced in cold air. They are widely spaced in the warm air. So warm air is lighter, less denser, and there is low, comparatively less denser means low pressure condition. Here it is high pressure condition. So warm air, it will try to move up also. One more thing, warm air will try to move up, cold air will try to sink down. Warm air, ये भी है. Upward movement is there, warm air, weight will be less here. Cold air, here it will goes down, sinking of the air. In case of cold air, it will sink down. Okay, these are the simple thing here. Cold and warm air, they are responsible for different type of, again, for that region pressure condition. So मेरे कहने का मतलब ये है कि in the equatorial region you will have a low pressure belt because of high temperature. At the polar region you have a high pressure belt due to low temperature. यहाँ पे low pressure belt because of what? Very high temperature, convectional instability is more. Low, but here you have sinking of the air is there, very cold condition, gravitational attraction also more, sinking of the air is there, so it is high pressure. High and low pressure both are at different, two different zones here. Okay, high pressure and low pressure you have. Cold air and warm air I said, two types, and high and low pressure condition. Okay, let me now move on to another important point here. As I said about these two, cold air and warm air conditions, I have just mentioned about the cold and warm air. Cold air and warm air. So equatorial region has warm air. So warm air, so you have a warm air, here you have the warm air. Cold air. So that is the cause, there is a change. Now what is there in the troposphere? Let us see again. Troposphere is marked by turbulence and eddies. Troposphere is marked by turbulence and eddy. Eddy formation, you know. Turbulence and eddies. So, this is a very dynamic zone. Note down here. Troposphere is a very dynamic zone. It is a very dynamic zone where mostly you will have, if you look at the compositional part here, it comprises nearly 97% of all atmospheric moisture. It comprises nearly 97% of all atmospheric moisture. (97% of all atmospheric moisture) and more than 95% of the atmospheric dust particles. It comprises nearly 97% of all atmospheric moisture and more than 95% of the atmospheric dust particle. देखिए, moisture is there, dust particle is there, convectional instability is there, eddy formation you have here. So, thermal exchange, temperature exchange also going on here. Okay. Almost all atmospheric phenomena like pressure belt, wind circulation, cyclone, anticyclone, cloud formation, and precipitation. Etc. Almost all atmospheric phenomena like the pressure belt, wind circulation, cyclone, anticyclone, cloud formation, precipitation, etc. are associated they are associated with this zone. Almost all atmospheric phenomena, whether it is cloud formation, whether it is precipitation, whether it is whatever is there, बारिश होना, बादल बनना, जो कुछ भी है, सब कुछ यहीं से एसोसिएटेड हैं. एंटी साइक्लोन, साइक्लोन का ऑपोजिट होते हैं. देखिए से हाउ दे फॉर्म. ऑल दिस थिंग्स आर एसोसिएटेड विद दिस पर्टिकुलर जोन. My friends, this is the layer where gradually density of, as I said, density of the gases gradually decreases with increasing height. There is a decrease in density of gases. So density of gases decreases, so the heat transfer capacity also gradually decreases upward. Density of gas is less, heat transfer also rate is less, as well as we know, the earth atmosphere is heated by what? By the terrestrial radiation, and terrestrial radiation impact will be more in the lower atmosphere. Towards up if you will go, the terrestrial radiation impact will be less if you will go up. जितना आप ऊपर जाएंगे ना, terrestrial radiation जो है उसी का ये ऊपर जाते जाते what will happen? Terrestrial radiation its impact will decrease. So because of which, you know, if you go up, the terrestrial radiation impact will be gradually it will decrease, and this may leads to one thing here. This may leads to decrease in temperature, क्योंकि आपको height के साथ साथ ऊपर जितना जाएंगे temperature exchange घटेगा, density of the air will be less and low temperature. So please note down here another important phenomena. There is a decrease in temperature with increasing height. Height means altitude. There is a decrease in temperature with increasing height. .5 degrees Celsius decrease. Decreases with every 1000 meters. Called as lapse rate, which is called as the lapse rate. Again I am saying, with an increase in height, there is decrease in temperature. There is a decrease in temperature with increasing height or altitude. 6.5 degrees Celsius decrease with every 1000 meter ascent or height, called as lapse rate. Okay, called as lapse rate or normal lapse rate. Lapse rate or normal lapse rate, or the normal lapse rate. Lapse rate or normal lapse rate. Okay. Normal lapse rate. So 6.5 degree with every 1 kilometer if you will go up, temperature will fall by 6.5 degrees Celsius. This is called as a lapse rate or normal lapse rate. Okay. So this particular layer, particularly troposphere, is responsible for almost all atmospheric phenomena. Troposphere is responsible for almost all atmospheric disturbances and related features. So troposphere, which I just said, troposphere plays an important role in entire weather and climatic phenomena over the earth atmosphere. Troposphere plays an important role in our weather and climatic phenomena over the earth surface. Very, very important role it plays. You must remember this. Okay. So these are certain things here about there is a decrease in temperature with increasing height, 6.5 degree Celsius temperature decrease with every 1000 meter of height called as lapse rate. मैं ये जो है ना will look at in detail of this, why it is there, what is the most important process associated with it, we will see. So we'll look at about this atmosphere. हम atmosphere का every layer will go one by one every layer. Characteristics of each layer we need to see, because this year we got a question from this particular part also. We will look at in detail about the composition of each layer. जैसे मैंने कहा अभी, this particular zone troposphere में temperature is gradually decreasing because density of gases decreases upward. So क्यों होता है? Again I'll write down, or we will discuss lapse rate. We will discuss what are the factors, what are the types of lapse rate, how they differ, and the entire atmospheric phenomena we will see now. Okay, so let's have a break. After the break we will see, we will have a detailed discussion about this. आपका भी ब्रेक के बाद हम एटमॉस्फेरिक ये जो स्ट्रक्चर एंड कंपोजिशन को ठीक से और आगे जाएंगे. एवरी जोन जो है उसके ऊपर आगे व्हाट इज द इम्पॉर्टेंट कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट्स, कंपोजिशन, एंड हाउ टू व्हाट एक्सटेंट दे डिफर फ्रॉम other layer, how they are different, we will see that. Okay, so let's have a break. At 2 p.m. again we will meet. Thank you. Any question I'll take it at the end. Okay, question I'll take it at the end. So thank you very much.